Hello everyone, today is March 15th, 2026, and it is raining. Door dashing in the rain. This morning at 5:05, I woke up from a very, very terrible dream. Two names were involved, and it was meaning crystal clear, to be made clear. And I was on a swing. And that swing brought me to a tree, and I literally went in the tree. In that tree was darkness, and it was bad. So, what am I getting from this being attacked the way I am? And there's literally a turkey going across the road, and another one. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all day today, I was seeing these roads I was on, and all day the Lord has been talking to me just by using roads. And literally, like I said, 5:05 this morning I woke up, I was thinking about my first vision, my first and only vision I've ever had. Right before I was thinking of that, I was brought to a place called Victor Hill Road. That was at 5:05 p.m. So, since the enemy wants to do that to me, let's proclaim what I was shown. My one and only vision. And it is relevant today. So it started out me being at the dream I had this morning had to do with water as well. But in my vision, when I woke up, I was kept from being woken up all the way. So the moment I came to consciousness, I was stopped, and I flew into my vision, and there was a body of water, and at the body of water was this shed. It was a white shed, and I knew I needed to get the water that was right here into that shed. So I got the cardboard, whatever relevance that is, but I got the cardboard, and I said I need to get in that water. So I jumped into the water where it was shallow, and I could see where the water had currents into the sand now. And I said I need to jump into the deeper part of the water. And the moment I did, a huge white snake literally came up, curled around my body, and nailed me in my side.
In a quarter mile, bear left onto Jordan Road.
I just so happened to buy a Gerber knife at the ministry I was at. I pulled out the knife and I stabbed her in her head. There's two meanings to that. But after that, I got up out
bear
of the
left
water,
onto Jordan Road.
and there was a truck. It was like a 50s style Chevy truck style type truck. And I knew I needed to get the papers out of the bottom of the truck.
Continue for 2 miles.
Like, the squeegee that you clean off your windshield with? Well, I grabbed that, and I started whooshing the papers with the squeegee. I came to a Carolina bank letter, and I opened it up. The moment I opened it up, I saw my picture in it, and I flew into the picture. Whenever I flew into the picture, I was now 9 years old again. I had my blonde hair. In between myself was a fire, and my dad was now next to me. My dad was now 33 something years old, and we were like this with the fire. Behind me was destruction. There was a light company assessing the damage of the storm that came through. I was dealing with my mind. What happened to me in 2020 because I used pharmakia sorcery. The enemy was allowed to touch me. Ever since then, just like this morning, the dream I had, crystal clear, has to deal with crystal meth. People don't understand how dangerous these drugs are, because ever since that day I made that bad decision just to use just a little bit because I knew I was leaving. And in my mind, I said I could just use a little bit because I'm going to pack up and leave. Well, sure enough, Jeremy knew he was leaving. Well, that was put into motion a lot faster because of that detrimental decision I made. Ever since then, I have gone through hell and back because of what happened to me that day underneath the oak tree. And that fire represents the Holy Spirit. He is our comforter. Even though destruction happened behind me, the Lord is there and He is near, keeping us comfortable and safe. I went from there to now a scene change from there. I was now at the ministry I was at, and I was walking through the hallways. A roommate of mine, actually the house that I was living in, the roommate that said, "You're not going to be able to get nobody to play volleyball with you," because every day at the ministry I would round up people to play volleyball. He said, "You're not going to get nobody to play volleyball." I said, "Watch me." As I was going through the hallways,
In a quarter mile, bear right onto State Highway 357.
two demonic dudes that were transgender made eye contact with me. Those two dudes literally was in that ministry months later.
Bear right onto State
Whether
Highway
it was really
357,
them,
South Carolina 357.
or the demons took shape of them, I do not know. But I literally saw them months later at the ministry, the very halls that I was walking through. In the vision, I saw them. And
Continue on
roommate,
South Carolina
the one
357
that
for 3
said that to
miles.
me, he ended up passing away, like in real life. Guy who I played pickleball with actually knew him. I just so happened to mention him. He mentions his name. I'm telling you, the Lord is bringing His people together. The chances of us knowing the same dude that we knew each other is astronomical. Like, it's not just a happenstance. Then, after I saw those two dudes in the hallway, I slid down this hill. Slid down, went to the courts that I was at, and it was overgrown. It looked like a tennis court instead of the volleyball court. Well, what happened was, months later, I stopped going to the ministry I was at because my time there was now done. And I was moving on. Just a lot of things happened with that. After that last vision, I then woke up. I was stopped yet again from waking up. My eyes were shut closed for me. And all of a sudden, I heard these words spoken over me. "I will try to protect you within God's will." And whoever that was, and I have an idea who it was, he spoke that over not only me, but my soul. I started crying like the depths of my soul cried out. And I'm glad my roommates were there, because they would have been like, "What the heck is happening with Jeremy?" Because I couldn't control it. The Lord literally made my soul cry out. And I woke up. He allowed me, after He spoke that over me. And I was just crying. I'm talking about my soul was crying. So I'm telling you that because this is relevant right now. All that whooshing of water is happening. The stuff that happened to us in the past, the Lord is healing us and restoring us. I done told you about the devil's trophy case being broken open. 3 stones were used. The Lord is in the saving and restoration business. We got to be restored in order for us to operate in the times that we're in, because we're in tribulations like never before. Matthew 24. We need to help each other. Just Sister Karen, Sabrina, Susan, they're there for me. I can text them, they're there for me. And I am grateful that the Lord has placed people in my life today that I can call them, text them, and let them know what's going on with me so they can pray for me. And that goes for you. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, ask the Lord yourself. If you don't believe me, hey, tell him to reveal something to you. Tell him if you need to know, ask him. And I promise you, he'll meet you. Those who call upon the name of the Lord shall be what? Saved. And enduring to the end isn't about eternal salvation. Enduring to the end means us finishing the race no matter what. Don't give up. The enemy is fighting us hard, bro. It ain't no joke. That steal, kill, destroy. John 10:10. That's what he is. But Jesus has come that we may have life more what? Abundantly. Well, we have to take the initiative to fight the good fight of faith, to war good warfare, and to ask for help. Because we need help. So continue to lift up the body. Because first and foremost, we need to take care of ourselves in order to help others. So keep lifting each other up and helping one another. Puzzle pieces. Really do hope.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Wade Hampton
I
Boulevard.
really do hope that this helps y'all out. And if you have stuff to talk about your testimony, proclaim it. Talk about it. Because you never know what it's going to do for somebody.
Turn right.
Proclaim your testimony. Revelation 12:11. Love y'all, man.